everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we indulge in all things Janelly and all things Janelly. I'm back again with a new video all about studying with me. So this video is going to be all about study with me for my final essay. And so far in my course, as I've said before, the master's essays, coming from university straight from undergraduate into master's essays and basically studying, hasn't really been too tough for me. And I've been getting them grades and I've been feeling cool and it's been simple. But when I tell you about this essay was kicking it was hurting. It was so hard to do, and it just got to the point where I was planning it. I planned it like 4 times. I didn't like any of my plans, and then I decided to just, I'm just gonna stay awake the entire day and just do my basically just everything. So this essay was basically about the state of the nation within science, and I just didn't know what I was writing, to be 100%. There was a lot of times where I didn't know what I was writing. I just didn't know much about this exact thing that we had to do. And yeah, it was really stressing. A lot of the people in my course were also stressing about this coursework because it was just very, very vague. For a master's essay, usually they give you an argument to argue, or this was a literature review, but it wasn't necessarily a literature review because there was no statement that was given to us. There was no title. It was just like the state of the nation of primary science. That's a very, very big topic to cover. So that's why it was very, very difficult to do. And me, come from a background of psychology, we always have a statement, a critical view, or arguing a point or something like that, So reviewing research is kind of my forte. So it was quite difficult to be faced with such, an issue, and it was just really hard for me to do this essay. But, lo and behold, we did it, it's submitted. So I was really happy that I actually got to finish this in one day. So as you can see with the times, it took me about, I would say, average 5 hours with breaks to do this whole essay, which is the planning, the research, and then writing, which I think to me was quite quick, considering from undergraduate I usually take about 6 weeks to do my essays, because I do compile research, write drafts, have a whole situation when I write my essays. And this was probably the quickest I've ever written an essay, and it was 2,600 words. So yeah, it was quite a hefty essay. It was a literature review, so it was reviewing research and just talking about what the state of the nation of primary science was. And I just chose 3 different types of things that we needed to talk about, because there was not really a structure to this essay. It was just like, write whatever you think, which was really hard for me because I've never written an essay where they were just like, write whatever. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to make it as structured as possible so that it seems like there's a clear point of view going on here, there's a clear argument, and there's clear counter arguments here. So that's what I did, and it was just really painful to write. And I planned this essay like 4 times, and then I kept erasing the plan because it just wasn't the one. And then I ended up writing it about 2-3 days before the submission actually took place. Luckily we had an extension, which I was really happy about, but this is the first time I've ever submitted work with an extension or, you know, written work 3 days before the deadline. I've never done that in my life. Like, I'm a very, very organized person, but this time it just had to be done because I just didn't know what exactly to do. And I was just waiting for an opportunity where I would be able to be explained to about how to do this essay, and just no one did. So I just had to just take my time and try to figure out how to actually write the essay. And when I did, I just wrote the essay. I haven't got the grade back for it, so pray for me, guys. Hopefully it's a good essay because I've gotten quite good grades for my other master's work, so I don't want this master's work to fail me now. So yeah, this is my study with me video, and yeah, I'm just gonna talk to you about my course if you're interested. So as some people have asked me about my course, why am I writing essays, why am I doing presentations, what am I doing in my life? I'm studying a teacher's course, so I'm studying a PGC QTS. So that basically means I'm studying master's modules and academic modules while also learning to be a teacher. So QTS is your qualified teacher status, and PGC is basically like a professional qualification of education. So I'm basically studying education while I'm also doing a practical, basically vocational course. So I do write essays, I have presentations to do, I have work to do, I have essays to write, I have stuff to write, and then I'm also in placement as well. But because of the pandemic, I've kind of been in placement, out of placement, in placement, out of placement. But right at the moment, I'm happy that I'm in placement. So I'm currently teaching full time, so that is what I'm doing right now. But at the time of this essay, I was at home because there wasn't placement at that time. We didn't go on placement yet, the last placement. So we have essays to write. So we have master's essays. So you have a master's modules. You have 2 master's modules, one that everybody has to study and then one that you choose. And my master's module was science. So that is what I did. And yeah, so this is the essay that I was really struggling with, which is the science masters. I was really, really struggling with. And yeah, so that is the lowdown on my course, and I will be making more videos about my course, explaining it, how to get on the course if you want to, what was my experiences and everything like that. I will definitely do that once I finish the course, so I can have a holistic view of the course and doing this course in a pandemic, in a panoramic, which is quite interesting. So I will stay tuned. If you're into that, subscribe, because I have the tea coming up. So yeah, this essay was really, really difficult, and as you can see, I was typing for a really, really long time, and I set out my paragraphs into little subheadings just so I know what is what and I know what argument to write about in that paragraph. And then after I finish the essay, I just get rid of these little title subheading things. And yeah, that's what I usually do. I use Google Scholar to find my research most of the time, and I hardly really use the library for my university. I know that's bad, but you find kind of the same stuff on Google Scholar and university things, so it's okay. And yeah, so I just write all my stuff in here, and then I take away our headers, and then I write conclusion, introduction, and that's my essay done.
insights into how children behavior and brain imaging changed when exposed to learning concepts physically and interactively, and after this they were tested in a quiz, and findings suggest that those who took part in the physical experiment did better than